Hi there, and welcome. Ever find yourself daydreaming about, picking up an instrument, maybe something with strings like a guitar or a banjo? But then maybe that thought felt a bit heavy, overwhelming perhaps.
Yeah.
Or just where would you even start? Today we're doing a deep dive into a source that tackles exactly that. It offers a really interesting way to learn stringed instruments that's meant to be accessible and maybe even fun.
Yeah, we're looking at some material from Sweet Music, Learn Stringed Instruments Online, and it's more than just a how-to guide. What's really interesting is looking at how they teach online. It's almost like a case study in effective digital learning. We're going to sort of unpack their method, see what makes it potentially engaging, and what that might mean for anyone starting their own, musical journey or really learning anything new.
Okay, let's get into it then. The source, it grabs you right away talking about loving the sound of strings. And it specifically calls out the mandolin, fiddle, guitar, and banjo. That seems quite direct.
It is, and that directness is smart, I think. It cuts through that feeling of, oh gosh, there are so many instruments, which one?
Educators sometimes call that choice paralysis or managing cognitive load. By giving you clear options, they make that first step feel, smaller, less intimidating.
Right, so you're not stuck just thinking about it. You can actually pick one, and then it dives into the how. They mention step-by-step how-to videos on YouTube. Now that sounds pretty standard, but how might their steps be different? They claim it makes learning easy and fun. What's the secret sauce there, potentially?
That's the core question, isn't it?
Yeah.
The source suggests a strong focus on what's often called scaffolding in teaching, basically breaking really complex things down into tiny, manageable pieces. The fun part often comes from getting those small wins quickly. Good video design could keep learners in that flow state, where the challenge feels just right for your skill level. It keeps you hooked instead of frustrated.
That makes sense. Building a momentum with small successes so you don't just give up early on. Exactly. That early frustration is a huge dropout point for learners.
Okay, and the source also highlights new tutorials every week. On the surface, that's just more stuff to watch. But what does that signal about how they've structured the learning itself? Does it suggest a plan?
I think it does. Weekly updates hint at maybe a spiraling curriculum or at least a clear progression.
Yeah?
It's likely not just random songs. It implies they're probably revisiting ideas, building on them layer by layer. That steady stream of new, relevant content helps fight off those learning plateaus.
Plateaus. Yeah, where you feel like you're stuck and not getting any better.
Right. And that continuous engagement, that regular practice spurred by new material, that's absolutely crucial for getting good at an instrument. Consistency is key.
So they seem focused on keeping you engaged over the long haul. And then there's the big payoff they mentioned. They promise you'll play your favorite songs. That feels like the ultimate goal for a lot of people, doesn't it? It's not just scales and exercises.
Absolutely. That taps right into what we call intrinsic motivation, the desire to do something because you genuinely enjoy it. Playing actual songs you like makes all the practice feel relevant. It's applying the skills immediately. Some might call it interleaving mixing practice with real application.
Makes the hard work feel worthwhile.
Definitely. And that's also where direct help comes in. The source mentions personalized lessons are available too. That's like a safety net, right? For when the videos aren't quite enough or you hit a specific snag, you can get direct feedback.
Okay, so let's pull these threads together from Sweet Music. What we're seeing is a potentially quite thoughtfully designed online learning system. They've got their YouTube channel with step-by-step videos for mandolin, fiddle, guitar, banjo, using that scaffolding idea to build your confidence bit by bit. Then there's the constant flow of new tutorials each week, pushing you forward, keeping you engaged, helping you pass those plateaus, and it's all aimed at that really motivating goal, playing songs you actually love. Plus, that option for personalized lessons when you need extra support. It sounds like they're trying to cover the bases to help you succeed.
Exactly. And if learning something like a musical instrument, which many people see as incredibly difficult, can be broken down like this, made accessible through clear steps, consistent engagement, motivating goals, and support, well, it makes you think, doesn't it? What other complex skills, maybe professional ones, maybe personal passions, could you tackle successfully? If you found resources structured this way, clear, engaging, supportive, it really highlights the potential power of well-designed online learning, for unlocking things you thought were out of reach. Something to consider.
reached out ventus levite. From the susurrant cantum leven, pedibus nudis in herba tenera, ambulantemente sedena. Vivus loquitur verbis argenteis, sapius isto tempus non fugit, totus in mundo nullus est me.